Leave me alone. Get out of here. Leave me alone. How do you please this? You cried so much I displease it. Falling star falls in my yard. I'll pick up the pieces. Get out of here.
I'll see you soon, JD.
What does it take to be lonesome? Nothing at all. Bang, 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 bang. Nothing at all. Oh, what does it take to be lonesome? Nothing at all. Oh, what does it take to be lonesome? Nothing at all. Oh, what does it take to be lonesome? Nothing at all. Wow. There ain't nothing round here to look at. Da-ding, 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 da-ding. Move along.
Aw, Casey, it's so not time to play. Oh, hi, Urs. Oh, hi. Gluten Tag.
Breath will save us. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Casey has no fighting instincts whatsoever. That being said, I think he might actually win in a couple street fights. Maybe not all of them. Hello! I'm gonna kill some zombies and beat Project Zomboid. I got a little discouraged with this game. Also, how's the audio and everything? I got a little discouraged with this game after kind of like finding out how it worked. Like, I played it for months, and it turns out that, like, building a base, which you would think would be the end goal. Whoop. Where did the music go? Did I close? What happened? My account is being used in another location. Impossible. Impossible. Outrageous. Even though that's totally what's happening. I did not ask you to play Amos Moses. Alright, it's time to bring the music back. What do we start with? Absolutely none of this is good for Project Zomboid. Not this. Not this. Start with this. Sorry if I'm a little coffee today. It's just allergies. Allergies that I did not used to have. That's fine. You know, as long as you can hear me, it's okay.
Music open, not like they lie.
All right. Oh, cool. My mods are still here. Great. All right. I could do Survivor. Rosewood, probably. I'm used to Rosewood. Okay, so here's the thing about Project Zomboid. If you've never played this before, you have a bunch of like traits that are positives and a bunch of traits that are negatives. And if you are on, like, if you kind of dip into Project Zomboid a little bit online, people will tell you exactly how to do a like super optimal build. And then there are those people out there like, what's his name? Ambiguous Amphibian, who like does the absolute most worst build he can. Like he mods it so that he can use all negative traits. Which sucks. So like, illiterate means that your character can't read books and advance certain skills, like just flat out. So that's what you're stuck with. Things like out of shape and overweight. Like, overweight's actually a good thing to have because you will lose weight because it's, you know, the apocalypse. Smoker's tough because you always have to find cigarettes. And then there's positive traits that aren't actually, like, that much of a boon. I need to find which ones they are, but, like, brave, graceful, inconspicuous, like, those don't really work. Last time I tried it, at least. Oh, look. The words appear. Hello. Hey, Air, you know that your name, like your full name appears in the chat, right? Just double checking. Let's see. What builds do I have? I got my CDDA, CDDCAD Brawler. My officer run and gun, my new run and gun, brawler. Yeah, as you can see, I do a lot of run and gun. Beyonce. Who's Beyonce? Why did I pick Beyonce for this? I can't wait to get beach bodied when society ends. I'll be the last man in the world and svelte. I mean, yeah, you're still gonna have all the lady zombies. They really love a man for his brain. I just gotta keep walking. Beyonce build and then the pasta build. I think this build was like, how can I get as close to me as possible? So, out of shape, overweight, extremely conspicuous. I don't know why I did. Oh, I think I did prone to illness because, like, basically, prone to illness means if you, all zombies sapiosexual. True. Prone to illness basically means, like, don't eat rotten food and don't get bit by a zombie. Because basically that means that, like, and, like, a faster rate of zombification. A lot of people prefer to know early if they're infected. Because, like, if you keep going for a couple of days and then all of a sudden you start developing those symptoms, like, you've wasted a lot of time. If you see the game in that way. You know what? This setup isn't working. Give me a second, y'all. Shuffle. All right. No, see, everybody's going to be in, like, the not svelte. Everyone's going to be in, like, that real bodybuilder, like, the people that, like, actually have a shit ton of strength, like, you know, the kind of, like, oh, what is it called? Oh, you're just killing it, Air. Killing it today. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, like, you know, big shoulders, big belly, like, just, what's the characters from Full Metal Alchemist? With that, like, huge handshake. One of the Armstrongs, basically. Or not the Armstrongs, but like the... Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're fucking nerds enough. But yeah, okay, so... Sleepyhead needs more sleep. I always need more sleep. I read slow as a motherfucker. I'm actually pretty good at moving around at night. I'm an outdoorsman. I know how to use blunt instruments. I like to think of myself as brave, so we'll see.
Zombism is just an STI for those who like love bites. The blonde, swoopy hair guy, yeah.
First aider, because I know first aid. Again, axe and blunt. I know how to use those. I know how to cook, and extra knockback. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do a pasta build for now. I am short-sighted. Did I add that? Let's add that. Disorganized, not when I'm outdoors. Hard of hearing, not when I'm outdoors. Hearty appetite, kinda. You know what? Actually, I don't want to do that right now. Toby Carpenter. Pa. Star. Let's see here. All right, so grungy, blonde, chin, none. There, that's gonna be our pasta. Swole Metal Alchemist. Swole Metal Alchemist. Papasta. Papasta. I can't wait to actually start working on the pasta documentary that I have for my my quote unquote debut. Here, I'm gonna turn on the Zomboid music. I have been told by a sound guy that you should never cut off music, but always dim it. No, why is the microphone on? Toast. Toast. All right. Turn that on. Enable VoIP. No. Activity, detected mode, aggressive. There's not a whole lot of music in this game, so... Fresh tomato. Immediately drink some water. Ooh, we can already create stir fry. Welcome to cooking with pasta. Dad and his apocalypse. No one's done that. No one's done that. Oh man, the whole like, I'm a man and I'm a loner. Oh hey, there's a girl. Okay, I guess she's my daughter now. Like, you know, and hypocrite me for doing that because it's literally what happened in our D&D game. But also, like, come on. Oh, I forgot our shows are on. Everyone, our shows. We've got our shows. Fucking no, damn it. Is there not a TV in here? Shit. If there's not a TV in here, we might have a problem. Oh, there is. Okay, good. Now we can watch our shows. turn on, and then we're going to go to Life and Living. Tune in. Turn the volume down so that the zombies don't come and get us.
Boil, fry, and bake your choice. Then get yourself a pot of water. Add it in, bring to a boil, and add bell pepper, onion, and potato. My accent keeps changing as I go along.
Soup fixes everything, which is true. Add the dry ramen noodles, a few twists of pepper. Bam, chicken noodle soup. Okay, we're going to take first aid 1. Farming 1. I doubt we're going to get anywhere near farming. I have such a hard time with not getting laser focused in this game, where I guess not laser focused, but I get tunnel vision on just looting. Where like I'll go from house to house to house to house and loot everything, and like by the time it's like I should have already had stuff to like I should have already been building and planting, it's too late. And so I just have to move on to another city and start looting again. Very much a problem. Like, yeah, let's put on a. Let's equip this. Where? It's the Roman like conquest problem where they just like couldn't help themselves, but just constantly like, oh man, we got to expand. We're broke. Okay, how do we expand? Borrow some money and expand. Okay, how do we do that? We need to expand more, and then it's just like, you know, you run out of places to expand to where people get tired of your shit. Never run in this game. Oh, I gotta remember how to fucking play. I am playing with mods. Things like this lacrosse stick, the fire poker, and the canoe paddle are not normal in the game, but there's some additions that are nice just to have. Take the box of nails. Take the saw. Carpentry is always really good to have in this. Grabbing a weapon, any kind of weapon, is good. It really doesn't matter. Like even a spatula or something, it just keeps you from like getting hurt by minor stuff. Also, shoes, for the love of God, shoes. I had such a good like RNG run. Oh, that's too many zombies. Come on, man, you don't want this smoke. Oh, he's got a helmet too. That's not good. Yeah, basically what having any kind of weapon does is when you knock them down, it gives you something to kill them with. No, shit! Ah! Well, that's bad. So, the death spiral in this game comes from essentially like what just happened there, which was... Oh, and I don't have anything to stop the bleeding. Okay, it's not too bad. It's just scratches. So there's a chance that I'm going to be all right. But I need to bandage this Ricky Tick. I will be in trouble. Hop. And, like, panic is what kills you in this game the most. Where you start, like, running everywhere and pulling in more zombies around you. Which I just did. I was just... I think I'm a good teacher. Like, I'm an okay teacher for a lot of things. I'm bad at doing the thing. Like, I am that example of when dipshits say, like, oh, if you can't do, teach. It's like, shut the fuck up. Teaching is really fucking hard. You have no idea. But I am kind of the example of that where it's like, I can't do this, but I know how to teach it. Because I was teaching my friend how to use an industrial sewer last night, a sewing machine. And it was... You know, I managed to, like, we managed to get the project that he wanted done, which was fixing a gorget. Oh, crowbar, yes. We're going to drop this. We're going to equip. Oh, we want to equip it in both hands. This is suboptimal because we just need some sheets to make bandages. Yeah, we managed to get this project done, but like I'm just bad. And I haven't had a lot of practice with it recently. It's been a couple months since I've been back on the machine, which maybe I might be going back today. We'll see, because I need to get some sewing done. Eat the granola bar, you'll be happier. Eat it all. I know you're in pain, buddy. It's because you got bit a lot. But yeah, there's a really nasty cycle in this where you are bitten by one guy, you and then like as you shove that zombie off, another zombie grabs you and bites you, and like you're basically stun locked. And it's very difficult. Like, once they time it right, if they get you at a certain timing, you're pretty much screwed. Quick one back. Rip clothing. All right. And now we can staunch some bleeding. Sheets. Sheets. All right, these are going to do us for now. Now, here's the big problem, and I don't think this is a problem for us right now, but this anxious on edge Moodle, this combined with the sick Moodle is basically we're dead. Like the zombie virus has been passed to us, and we're going to die in a certain amount of days. There is no cure. There's great mods out there to make a cure where basically if you read enough medicine books, get all of these like incredibly rare materials, like it's a struggle. And apparently a guy like had, I think like 20 in-game minutes, which is nothing, to like get the cure into his body, and he managed it. Disinfect the rag. Then we're going to change our bandages, because we don't want an infection. Even though we should be washing it. You could disinfect with cologne? What the fuck? Yeah, infections happen, like normal infections, like ones that require like hospital antibiotics and stuff, which are obviously harder to find. Yes, a fanny pack, the ultimate in survival gear. Like seriously though, a fanny pack is going to be really handy in the zompocalypse. Pipe wrench, adhesive bandage. Don't need the toothpaste. Soap is also something really nice to have here because it makes cleaning your clothes easier, more efficient. Uses less water. Get those nasty blood stains out. God, I played so much of this fucking game and I never got any better at it. I'm missing some kind of key component with this. Like, I don't know what I'm missing, but I know I'm missing something about, like... And I think primarily what it is like making a goal. Ambiguous Amphibian is very big on, like, you know, set yourself a goal before you start playing. Like, I want to build a house. I want to make it to, like, this town on foot. Come on, then. Man, I gotta tell you, crowbar, it might seem like a really good idea at first. Have you ever tried to hit something with a crowbar? It's really fucking heavy, and, like, the reverberation of it back through your hand hurts a lot. It would not be my first choice. And if it was something that I had, I wouldn't be swinging with it. I would be jabbing. Like, overhand to left-handed stabbing. And a lug wrench is a garbage melee weapon. But motherfucker. Okay. Close. Hand file, dust mask, hand scythe, garden scythe. Interesting. A large bolt, king bolt. He came at you with a king bolt. You're knocking on the wrong side. I'm supposed to knock. Let me in. If you just unlock the door, it's right there. The little switch on the side, just unlock the door and I'll come in. Linda, you're not you and you're hungry. Or dead. I love the fucking window sound effects. The ones where they like rub up against the glass. That's ah, shit! God damn it! The hitboxes in this can be a little twitchy if you're not really used to them. God damn it. Alright, how bad are we now? It's still just a scratch. It's not good, though. So I think a scratch is 25% infected. And a bite is 100%. So if we're bitten, we're boned. And basically, like, there's two ways out of that people choose to. Ooh, yes. Oh no, but it's fucked. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it with duct tape. Actually, let's try that. Pair with 2 duct tape. How do we do? Can we repair it again? Damn. Okay, that's good enough for now. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better than the crowbar. Crowbar in there. Yeah, weight is not your friend in this. Like most soldiers, when they're like, you know, tromping around doing war and whatnot, they're carrying like 60 to 80 pounds. And, you know, it gets lighter as time goes on, but like still it's, ooh, cleaning liquid. Let's take that. And some rip sheets, why not? But they're like the realistic, and like D&D has a skewed idea of how much someone can carry. D&D adventurers carry a fuck ton of weight. It's insane. Whoop. If you do a slight little step forward, hell yeah, raise your hat. Raise your hat, equip. Damn, I look good. Completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, yes, big hiking bag. Okay, equip my back. We're gonna drop the duffel bag on ground. Put you in you with you. We're doing on bandages. Drop that. Nope, forgot again. Cat headphones. Ugh. The cat headphones mod, of course. I think I was trying to make a maid cafe in this. And, like, all I needed was a goddamn, like, maid outfit. That's all I needed. They didn't give it to me. Just a maid outfit. It's digitalized. Don't mind me, folks, just passing through. Stealing all your shit. That's 3 zombies. 3 is kind of the max you want to... Like, unless you're real overpowered or real over-armored, 3 is kind of the max you want to deal with. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that fence used to be invincible and is now not that. Yeah, we need some water. Shit. Shit. We have to clear this station. Fuck! How did you get behind me, you fucker? Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. Because I got bit again. Why not? If you... Okay, it's still a scratch. Disinfect. Man, I am all fucked up. Cheats. If you are bitten, the 2 ways that people deal with it are give their characters as peaceful a means out, or go out motherfucking swinging, which is what I do. I try and take out as many zombies as I can before I go. And, like, man, have I had some, like, doom moments where... Shit, this is such a bad idea. But there are so many medical supplies in there that could, like, actually fix us. We gotta go for it. We're just gonna have to drop everything and start fighting. Drop the bag. Oh, the other crowbar's in the bag. If this blade breaks, we're not gonna have any backup. Forget it. Drop the stir fry. So there are ways to keep too many zombies from overrunning you. You can basically kite. Or like pull a certain amount of zombies away from a group, take care of them, and then keep doing that over and over. But there are times where, like, you make a noise, you step on something, and that's the ball game. They're all coming after you. Here's an interesting thing that I always like. Firefighter jackets. Any, like, thick jacket is going to be enough to stop a zombie bite. Like, you just need a really thick nylon jacket of some kind, like a work jacket or something along those lines. And then basically you're kind of bite-proof. You're not perfectly safe. But you're better off. How bad are we? All right, we're doing a little better. Come on, come on. Ugh. So again, I could shatter the glass, go inside, but shatter glass makes noise, and it's a really awesome first warning for zombies coming in. So I always try and open the window first. A twofer. Now, what does that key go to?
Bahana.
All right. That's going to make us less depressed. So is this. Let's wash ourselves. Actually, let's drink first. Drank. I guess we should clear the rest of the firehouse first. Let's get some pain pills. Hopefully I have some here. Any morphine? I'd like to take the extremely easy way out, please. Thank you. Yeah, we are in excruciating pain. So, critical injuries, highly critical damage, can mean a lot of things, but basically it's like, once I take off a bandage to replace it, my health meter is already so low that basically if I take it off, there is a real good chance that my health is going to tick down too much before I have a chance to replace it. Very dangerous, but might be necessary in a minute. I don't like leaving dirty bandages on too long, but beta blockers, painkillers, adhesive bandage, surgical gloves, medical masks, cotton balls, alcohol wipes. Yeah. All right, so food, water. What's that hierarchy called? The survival hierarchy, where it's like the hierarchy of needs. Maz's hierarchy of needs. Bing Bong's hierarchy of needs. Take that off. Take that off. My ranger hat, no, it's bloody. Put you on. Had a solid pair of boots. All right, Project Zomboid, you don't have to be that depressing. Let's see. Nope, can't do that. All right. All right, we're done with the crowbar. We don't need it anymore. It's going on the floor. Let's wear a jacket. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, as to be expected, the firefighter jacket, the firefighter pants, the helmet, like the full armor, not only is it extra weight, like a lot of extra weight, but it is also something that like causes excess sweat, which can cause a lot of problems down the line. Did I almost forget my boots? No. Okay, good. I'm wearing boots. Yeah. I've had really kick-ass runs go south because I forgot to put my fucking shoes back on after I cleaned them. You step on some glass, and like that's the ball game. You're slower. It's such a pain in the ass to heal. Don't step on glass, kids. And now we have the endgame weapon, the fire axe. Delightful. Ding dong. Dong. Long Jones. Screwdriver, hammer. Hammer good. Hammer good because it pull nails. We need nails. You're back to the medieval ages. Ooh, key. Yeah, so in the recent update, the keys used to be like... I don't know if you could find keys on zombies or not. I'm trying to remember, but now, like, if a key is on a zombie, a key has a specific use, like in real life, where it's like one key, one lock. Come and get it, homie. Come on, get some. Wagga! Now, if, like, a key on a zombie... Like, if a zombie wanders really far from its first location with a key on it, you'll have no idea where that motherfucker is. And while, like, you don't necessarily need keys for a lot of things, because you can, like, you know, remove the door with, like, a screwdriver or, like, a pry bar, it is nice to have. Like, if you're full tilt sprinting away from... Zimbabwe's, you're gonna want it. Oh, shit. See, and now I have a choice. Do I go downstairs and take care of that squeaking, which is zombies trying to get in because they can hear me? Or do I just let them come in and then deal with it later? Because right now, this is kind of our base. All right, let's create a roast. So we need some proper food right now. Cocoa powder, vegetable oil. Cheese. Ooh, you know what? Let's eat half a tub of ice cream. Let's just do it. All right. We're tired. We're agitated. Okay, we're agitated, but we're not anxious. This is good. Our injuries are still fuckered. But we're getting slightly better. We're just going to have to, like, really risk it. In fact, before we take care of the rest of these zombies, I think we should take care of it now. Clear out this locker room, and then try our best to tend to our wounds. For some reason, you can't use these showers, which is a bummer. Okay. How much disinfect do we have left? Okay, can I disinfect the bandage? Shit, no. All right, so we don't really have time to disinfect anyways, so we're just gonna pop the bandage off, new bandage back on. Pop the bandage off, new bandage back on. Remove bandage. Et voila. And then we are going to clean ourselves. Cool. Gonna wash that man right out of my hair. Damn it, firefighter these days. You know, they don't keep a massive amount of guns and ammo in their lockers, but we got a pair of aviators, so that's good. I feel like a firefighter with aviators on, like, there's just nothing more menacing than staring at a fire with aviators on. Aviators are cool, but man, they can be fucking scary. In the right context, Cool Hand Luke, Terminator. Oh, guten Tag. Is this your axe? I stole it from your dead friend. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Guys, it's right there. Fuck. There's somebody in the door behind us, which there's usually not someone in that office. I've gotten complacent, and now I have to worry about that. Okay, close. Ooh, did you have a good ride? Did you bike outside? Or did you an inside bike? Or was this a motorcycle ride? All right. So these two, agitated and queasy, are kind of deceptive. Oh, motorcycle no go inside silly. No, but a bicycle goes inside sometimes. Quick break while out on the bike. You said bike. Drank. All right, Project Zomboid, I don't need this. So the real test for whether or not we're fucked by our 4 goddamn bites or scratches is when we go to sleep, which basically we get to watch our condition either improve or degrade over time quickly, as opposed to just waiting for it. Also, yes, this bleach, we can drink it, and it can be the way out. We're never going to do that. There is always room for killing more zombies. Because if you kill one zombie and then you yourself become a zombie, nothing's changed. If you kill 2 zombies and you become a zombie, there's 1 less zombie in the world. All right, here's what we're going to do. Hopefully there's a can opener in here somewhere.
It's me. They put me in the game.
Can I cook this in a roasting pan? I don't think so. Mixed vegetables. Roasting pan. I know you're tired, bud. Just relax. Put in oven. Boop. Turn oven on. Wait for food to cook. Come on. Can I just, okay, I guess that's not gonna cook anymore. That's weird. All right, it's bedtime. Queasy and stressed. Again, this is not great for us. I'm also very tired, which is fine. I'm going to read a comic book to make myself feel a little better before bed. All right, we finished that. Agitated and queasy. Again, this is fine. Yeah, let's sleep. Now you can set an alarm for how long you can sleep, but I usually just let my character sleep as much as possible. God damn it. We are so lucky that this thing did not go off. We're so lucky that didn't go off. In the middle of something. So nervous wreck is bad. Queasy is bad. I believe we're fucked. I think we're infected. Health. Temperature. Slight damage. Oh, we can't go back to sleep. And I don't have any sleeping pills. Shit. Okay, well, at least our sleeping noodle is gone. So we need to figure out our next course of action. I think, as the pattern goes for me, I usually try to clear the police station next, but it's usually very crowded. And given the state of our health, well, actually, shit, our health is actually okay. How are we doing? Oh, that's gone. Okay. I think we're infected. Yeah, this isn't good. Nope, still scratched there. So basically what happens now is that, our condition's going to get worse. We can treat symptoms by, reading crosswords to reduce our stress, or taking pills. Antidepressants. Beta blockers are what we really need, because we're not technically depressed. We're anxious. So we need to take beta blockers, which is not really how beta blockers work, but we're not going to complain. And then eat the rest of this ice cream, and that's really going to help with our stomach ache. That's what you want when your stomach's really queasy and you are stuck in a zombie apocalypse and you find some random ice cream. You just really want to dig in. Oh, the garden fork. This. Now, I said that the axe was the endgame weapon. I was wrong. This is the goat. This is it. And we gotta lose some weight. So I think what we're gonna do, because I'm pretty confident that we're just completely boned, we're going to suit up. We're gonna drop as much weight as we can. We're going to rush the police station. We're going to try and clear the police station, get some guns, load up on ammo, and decimate if we can. Or what's more than decimation? How do you do what's 20% instead of just 10%? Yeah, we'll take out as many as we can. Now, there is a chance that that's still not an infection. So we might be okay. And we might be, like, doing this run for nothing. But let's see. Yeah, the chance to like one hit something with this is it's not high, but once it does happen, it really fixes the problem for you. Because I mean, it's essentially just a trident for zombies. Now, the absolute best way to clear out of any zombies is you back them over with your car. You never want to go forward, always want to back them up. No, come on, give me a car. Okay, fine. That's a wee little coyote. Coyote friend, come to me. I wish you could find the coyotes in this. It'd be great. Just get a pack of coyotes running for you. I don't know how good coyotes would be in a zombie apocalypse. I guess they could bring you, like, meals. If they were nice. I always feel comforted by coyotes being nearby. I don't know why. Every time I'm in the woods and, like, I hear coyotes in the distance just barking or whatnot, or, like, all in a group, I'm just never worried about them, like, eating me. I feel like that's not really their MO. It's mountain lions I'm scared of. Terrified of the fuckers. This is about to snowball. Plus, I don't know what's coming up behind me. Shit. Alright, now if we can find a key in here, we should be golden. No key. Alright, are we lucky? Are we lucky? We are not lucky. Did we bring a crowbar? No. We're bitten. All right, yeah, we're bitten. We're definitely done. This is definitely game over. All right, gun time. Time for guns. Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to... Oh, shit. Do we have a magazine for this? Yes, it does. Equip in both hands. Open all. Open all actions and unload all firearms. Box of 9mm. All right. Now we're severely overweight, which is very bad, but it doesn't matter because we're about to die. So if I can load this P90, come on. There's a stat here where basically like you can grind just by emptying your magazine manually and then reloading it manually over and over again. You can get faster at reloading your magazine, which can actually be handy if all you have is one. Come on, come on. All right, we got to drop some melee shit because basically once it comes to melee, we're done. Like if it boils down to melee, it's over. Dropping you. Nope, drop it on the ground. On ground. On ground. Take some beta blockers, get those shaky hands. Gone. A Ruger PC carbine. Which, theoretically... Oh, it takes the Ruger... Ah, it takes the wrong magazines. Damn it. Does it have a magazine in it? It does. What do you got here? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do the P90 and then we'll clock out, as it were. Crunchy. All right. That sound effect is not too loud, is it? This is not where we want to be when Jesus returns. This is not where we want to be at all, ever. Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? Is he gonna know? How does he know? As soon as we're done loading this magazine, we're gonna get naked. And then we're gonna put a bunny suit on. Fuck naked. Come on, man. Load it. Load it. Load it. Rack it. Skirt. You're not the real rabbit. I am the real rabbit. Where? Yes. Yes! I am the real Robbie. Jesus Christ. Maybe we can die of dehydration. That'd be nice. Fursuits are known for their dexterity and their ease of loading magazines. It really is high speed, low drag, very tactical. If y'all ever want to go on a wild ride, go ahead and look up people doing like tactical drills in maid outfits. Because, like, you know, there are those out there that might do it for like a joke as a ha-ha. And then there's some that just like, that's how they roll. That's how they roll in like their airsoft games. That's how they roll when they have like real guns in their hands. They're like doing CQB courses. Like that's just what they do. And I don't know what alignment they have. No idea. Like, whose side are they going to be on? No idea. I fear them. Man, cops don't leave their fucking keys in their truck anymore. Where's the trust? I'm not going to steal your... ugly car. Where's the trust? Where's the love? Come on. Let there be gas. Come on. All right. No gas. Not great. No gas, or no key in this one. What about the SWAT van? By the way, despite the fact that I'm about to die, that was the smoothest run I've ever had on the police station. It's usually a whole lot harder. Does this look like the face of someone who gives up? Someone who quits just because their end is near? No. No, I am Robbie. And like the Energizer Bunny, I fuck hard. Give me gas. Gas, gas, gas. I want to step on the gas tonight and high. Nope, no gas for us. No Eurobeat for us. Who painted woodland camo on a P90? You should be embarrassed. Any of you have keys? Keys? No? Keys? I think we should all just go back to leaving our keys in the little sun flappy thingy. What is that called? I'm going to assume that there was some kind of gas crisis before the zombie apocalypse began, because absolutely none of these cars have gas in them. Give me the fuck. I don't know why, but glass is so precious in this game. Like, breaking glass means you're whatever you're in, a house, a car, it's done. It's not good. It's not smart. Don't break glass, kids. Unless you really want to. How's everybody doing? I slept arabe last night. Quite terribly. And ordinarily it sucks because there was a thunderstorm. Are these Boy Scouts? Are these the characters from Peak? Oh God. This is what happens when you follow the Scoutmaster. You become like the Scoutmaster. Click, click, click. 4, 5, 6. So, I might actually switch to Peak after this character dies, just because I think I need something a little more joyous in my life. So yeah, we might do that. Ooh, good news. I don't want to say who yet, just because, you know, in case they can't actually do the commission, but they did say they would. So, someone is doing a commission for me for a just chatting screen, which I'm very excited for. And for those who don't know, like, the just chatting aspect of streaming and VTubing is kind of the moneymaker when it comes to, like, getting new people. Because, like, what you'll see a lot of streamers do is, like, before their stream starts, like, if you watch a VOD or something, like, the first 30 minutes are them just talking to chat, which I don't have a whole lot of. Like, I think so far, I've had one person in my chat that that I haven't like met or like know relatively intimately, and God, could you imagine seeing this in the middle of the street? Just someone in a bunny fursuit with a gun just spinning like this, not necessarily threatening anyone, but threatening everyone. And not even moving their feet. It's just stationary, frightening, T-posing. But yeah, so the just chatting thing is great. Giga, one of my favorite VTubers, she talked about, like, she showed the graph of like the growth steadily went up. And then the moment she, like, as she was just chatting, and then the moment she started talking, or like she said, let's switch to the game, her viewership just plummeted. Which I get, because people want to, like, interact with these people. Like, you want to interact with a streamer. Otherwise, you could just watch a game being played without any commentary, and, like, if that was what you were there for. But people stuck around for the game, just not as many. So a huge aspect of this is, like, you know, what I'm going to try and do is the first 30 minutes to an hour are just going to be just chatting once I get enough people to, like, actually chat with. But yeah, my commission, I tried to make my own, but I'm just not there yet with, like, understanding Clip Studio and, like, my drawing aspects. It's just not there yet. So hiring somebody to make it. It seems to be the most. It seems to be most of the more popular streamers I watch play games where their attention is able to also be on responding to chat while they play. There's a lot of, like, it's interesting to see HoloLive and how they handle that. So HoloLive, again, is a production company for VTubers. It's kind of one of the most popular ones out there. The next one up was VShojo. It's not anymore because that company doesn't exist. Turns out when you just continually shoot yourself and your talent in the foot, your company's not going to be able to, you know, keep walking. But yeah, HoloLive we're basically like the talent, what do they call themselves? The idols. Because it comes from Japanese culture, like idol culture and, you know, J-pop and K-pop bands, stuff like that. They'll just play games, and they really won't interact with chat at all, especially if they're, like, collabing with somebody or doing an IRL stream with them. And they won't interact with chat at all. But then they do, like, super chat catch-ups. They'll do just chatting for, like, everybody, just chatting for their, like, subscribers. And that's the moneymaker. How much ammo do we have left? Not much. 14 rounds left, and then we're switching to peak. Click, click, click. All right. We're done with this. Drop the P90. Now it's just hands, baby. Now it's just hands. Now it's just hands. Come on! Come get some. Yeah. Come on. I am still Robbie without the hat. And now I am Boyd. I survived for 1 day and 2 hours. I killed 83 zombies. That's some good numbies. Or at least the 83's up. I can't remember what the longest I've lived is. Yeah. All right. Do y'all care if I switch to peak? I guess I should ask before. Like, do y'all want me to keep playing this? Does it matter? I mostly just don't like the moaning lady. Yeah, now you can watch your character be a zombie. So if I were to create a new character, I could start over in this world. And and like I could actually find my character with all my old stuff on it, kill them, and take it. But yeah, I'm not feeling this right now. Honestly, we're gonna do this with Boots soon. Boots plays this game as well, and there's multiplayer servers, and it's a lot better with multiplayer servers. Yeah, let me switch to Peak though. I need to. It's too much to handle right now with my brain the way it is. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh my god. Up, black screen. All right. Quit. Sorry, I have to also remember to. Here, I'll kick on some. How about some Bill Withers to. Whoops, sorry. That was probably really loud. I'm very sorry.
Is their appointed duty?
All right, yeah, I gotta switch over the game I'm playing on YouTube and Twitch. I'm eventually gonna have all of my ducks in a row when it comes to like programming, like just all the fucking programs that I've got going on. So I apologize for that.
They use me stuff.
Oh, y'all can't hear it because I'm playing it. Wait, really? Is it not working? Can y'all hear that now? Why was it so quiet? Am I dumb? I think I'm kind of dumb. That's okay. Also, I'm very convinced that this song is about a warlock, and they're talking about their patron. My yep was to can hear you are not dumb. Okay, cool. I was talking about something. Yeah.
Brother, if you only knew in my shoes.
You know what? Now might be a good time for me to stand up and be heard. Yeah, you know, you got your entire party being like, "Hey, this look, this warlock patron, we know that you're really like dedicated to them, but they're quite literally siphoning your soul out of your body, and we're just concerned for you." And the warlock is just like, "Nah, you don't understand. I get 2 spell slots a day." And everyone's just like looking at each other, like the cleric with their 26 spell slots is just like, "Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I'm very happy for you." Poor guy. You know, sometimes you just can't convince people. I should make a Bill Withers based warlock. Bill Warlock. Oh, the Mesa update. Yes! We're getting a new biome, baby! Oh, maybe y'all'd like to watch the game. Maybe. If she don't love me, what can I do? I wish I had a good falsetto. I think I have a good falsetto. I know I don't. You gotta be real with yourself. What gives 1,000-yard stare more? This or this? Option 1, option 2. Or option 3. This just seems tired, which like would fit. No, we don't want angry. I mean, that would work too. Option 2, this is more 1,000-yard stare. Option 1. Option 2. Option 3. Option 4. Okay, here. You know, actually, option 1 here. Back to option 2. Option 1. Option 2. Option 1. This one. All right. You look kind of panicky. All right, that's what we're going for. Don't love me. What can I do? Just put on my best pair of shoes. Oh, the real question is, do I just crack another can of caffeine and just get it over with? Maybe after I slizam some more water. We'll do a run, slam some water, get some more caffeine, keep going. And by that, I mean we're going to crush this first go through. How is the bit rate for everyone? Like, how is the stream's like consistency? Because I was playing Voices of the Void, and apparently the artifacting in the stream was bad enough that like the stranger who came in, JS who came in to actually like Voices of the Void is hard, by the way. But before I go on that, they helped me kind of tell me that my bitrate was too low. There's still a lot to learn about how to do this. But yeah, Voices of the Void is really interesting. So it's a Source game. And for those who don't know, Source is what like the physics engine that Half-Life 2 ran off of. So it's very familiar, same sound effects, very familiar movement. But the mechanics are so in depth. Like the amount of like button combinations to do really basic things is nuts. Don't go coconut, stay. Good coconut. No, whack shit coconuts. All right. Oh yes, this is our climbing music. I want you all to picture that we're in, what was it, the 70s, the 80s, where like rock climbing like took off in popularity for a while. Justice is perfect for this. Justice is perfect for pretty much everything. I lost 50 pounds to this band in one summer. They pushed me. They were great. But yeah, so Voices of the Void. Yeah, that game is really complex. So like to pick up something, you pick it up with E, and then you can hold it with R. And then you can store it with Alt R, or is that drop? I can't remember. And it sucks because I had Cha on the stream, but she was muted for half of it. And she was just spitting raw gold at the tutorial. Like, it was harrowing. Like, the most harrowing tutorial I've ever seen. Like, just from the start. So much text. So many things to do in order. And had we not had JS there to help us, we would have been screwed. Psst. Also, this song is apparently, like, based off of a test that they do for cymbals. At this, like, factory that makes really good cymbals, I guess. So, like, the beginning where you hear that da-dum, psst, it's really good. I'm obsessed with Justice. I really want to see them live. Yeah, every morning I'd get on my board at like 6 o'clock in the morning or earlier if I could, because this was all like during the summer, and I would either drive or skate to this huge path called Grant's Trail in St. Louis, and I'd push that up and back, which I think was 8 miles up, 8 miles back, and it would just be the Justice Cross, the album Justice Cross. The whole time, all the way up, all the way back, and I'd have to play it twice because I wouldn't make it. God, man, I was wrecked. Swole. I played college ball. I was a war photographer, you know. Ba, 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 ba. But I really don't like. One of the biggest like hurdles mentally in this game for me is admitting that I've gone the wrong way. Which is weird because like in the wilderness, whenever I'm lost, I immediately stop and like reconsider and really try and like locate and calm down. Because like if you're lost, or if you think you've taken a wrong turn, the last thing you want to do is immediately compensate by either changing your direction or continuing in the direction you were in. Because that's how you get really fucking lost. That's how you get lost in the way that, like, a lady got lost, like, only a few feet from a trail. That's how you get yourself that mixed up. Sorry, I got pause for a sec. I must address a wound. A grievous injury! I have sustained. It's not grievous. I wouldn't even really call it an injury. I got the blues, but I don't mind. All I have to do is get to you. Real life is a bit more high stakes than the game. Yeah, that's true. You could always start over. See, that's the other thing, though, is that I don't like giving up in this game, which is weird, because in real life, I give up all the time on stuff. Like, important stuff, too. But in this, I'm just like, no! I am a survivor. Come on. Up. Come on, swing it. You got it. You got this. Fucking dino. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I got really obsessed with bushcraft for a while. Which apparently, at REI, when I said bushcraft, and some people hadn't heard of that because they're all backpackers, which is a drastically different thing. Like, bushcrafting, you pack everything that you could possibly need to survive in the woods. You know, like a knife, like a big tent, you know, maybe a big stove or something, or a small stove of some kind. But, like, you pack heavier stuff that is more durable because you're going to be, like, cutting through woods and not just sticking to trails. And in backpacking, you bring as little as possible, like just enough to get you from one end of a trail to the other. But apparently, when I started like telling someone that I really liked bushcraft, they heard witchcraft. And so they just assumed that I was talking about witchcraft and like starting fires. Oh, JD, yeah. Okay, let's see if I can drop this without it fucking exploding. Okay, good. Oh, shit. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that remedy fungus, if you die and you drop it when you die, like if you fall too far, it drops and deploys and picks you back up. Hopefully. Sometimes. Not all the time. But yeah, I started telling them about bushcrafting, like lighting fires, and like, you know, I really want to learn how to like collect mushrooms and stuff. And like the whole assumption that they had in their head was that I was trying to like cast spells to do this. And then I started talking about like making feather sticks, and they're like, "What's a feather stick?" I'm like, "Well, you take a knife and you like cut little like bits out of you cut these little curly cues out of a stick to make it so it's easier to catch fire. Essentially, you turn it into like a pine cone shape." And somebody came in the room and was like, "Oh, you do bushcrafting?" And I'm like, "I'm studying it." And they're like, "Wait, you do witchcraft too?" And the person was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" No, bushcrafting. Though I suspect that witches back in the day also had quite a bit of bushcrafting to them as well. Lots of foraging and building of wooden structures, presumably to burn men inside of. Gotta go full Wicker Man there. Oh, I got some fucking vindication from my dad. My dad is not a judgmental man. He's a good man. As far as boomers go, he's one of the best. But whenever I didn't do well in a certain class that was like supposed to be easy, because I had a learning disability and none of us knew, he would be like, "This is, you know, this should be easy. This is an underwater basket weaving class." And that was his go-to for like, "Hey, this class is easy. You need to know this. Like, this is a underwater basket weaving class." I met people who do basket weaving and like use underwater like techniques to bend it. Shit ain't easy. Like, it's relatively straightforward. It's not easy. Especially if you want to make like specific baskets at specific sizes for specific purposes. That's an art that takes a shit ton of practice. And I met some ladies with my dad at a farmer's market selling that stuff, and I talked to them about it. Now, my dad like looked at me sideways when I said, "Yeah, you used to say this whenever I didn't do well in a class." And he was like, "I did?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm sorry. I don't remember doing that." And I'm like, "That's fine." But yeah, I would go in for, you know what, man? I might actually just, I wonder how hard that is to get into. I don't know. My first go-to is racism. It's always that, just in case. You never know. You know, and our parents aren't racist, but like they probably heard that from someone who like saw a culture doing that. True. But yeah, that was really interesting. But I wonder how hard that is to like actually get into. Like, what equipment is required to do that and learn that? Because I'd like some baskets. This island is mine! I always like to imagine that like you light the flare to declare that your supremacy over the island and not to get rescued, and then the helicopter comes and you're like, you have to fight off the helicopter. Cool. I have used this song on my longboard to get amped to bomb a hill on my board. And it works. Because, like, you can go kind of one of two ways. You can go super amped and, like, pump yourself up with some really hardcore music. Or you can feel cool as fuck, which this song always makes me feel. And I get why Nike used it in a commercial. I'm disappointed that they did, but I get why they used it. It's a good cardio song. Also, I'm trying to remember what kind of flute this is, and I would love to learn how to play it. Or what wind instrument. Alright, now we got some choices here. Don't like none of them. This will get us downhill, though, so let's just do this. Huh! Ow! Fuck. Also, like, the coordinated clapping. Oh, my God. I went to see, Oh, it's this, Latino brother and sister who play guitar, some crazy fucking guitar, and I'm trying to remember their names. It's something and something. But we went to a concert. My sister and I went to a concert with them. They have a fucking bonkers acoustic cover of a Metallica song. It's so fucking good. Ow! Fuck off. No, not Coheed Gabriella. I got my laptop here. Let's check. Rodrigo y Gabriela is the name of the band. No, you're right. That's fine. Rodrigo y Gabriela. Yeah, they play guitar and they do the thing where, like, when they strum and they strike the guitar, like with their thumb as they're striking. So it's acoustic and like drums, but like on their guitar. It's so cool. Yeah, they have a cover of actually several Metallica songs now, but I can't remember which one it was. Orion, I think, was it. But like as their concert got started, you know, they had this massive room full of people, and they would divide up the crowd into three choruses, basically, or three groups, and then they'd have like one group clap at a certain tempo, and then one at another, and over until, holy shit, we almost didn't make that. And we just, like, it all synced so well, and it was such a cool thing. I'm a sucker for coordinated crowds. Like soccer games where they're chanting for their team and they like all somehow know the lyrics of this chant. Oh, big fan. Honey? There is nothing over there. Peek, you fucking liar. We're so close to the edge of the map, I don't like this. Gotta stop using my excess. Oop, get up. Yeah, I wondered at first if this game had, like, if the island was 360 degrees, like you would just go all the way around it. That is not the case, and you will hit the edge of the map and then be completely screwed in terms of options. Yeah, so today I gotta go over and help some friends with some stuff. Namely, putting a kayak rack on top of their car, which gives me trauma from when I used to work at an outdoor store and incorrectly put a rack on top of the car, and somebody's kayak flew off of their... Ugh, I don't like thinking about it. But yeah, somebody's kayak flew off their car, and that was 100% my fault. Not great. All right, whatever is above me is either my salvation or the end of this run. Oh, come on, this can't be it. Not with this song. Nope, this is it. Yeah, I never made that fucking mistake again. Oh, my mushroom didn't deploy. No, come on. Yeah, I'm super fucking dead. I'm such a sucker for this song. I'm sorry if y'all don't like it, but oh my god, the soundtrack for Kung Fu Hustle is phenomenal. All right. Keep an eye on my character for me. He's been through a lot. I'm gonna go take a break. Be back in like 3 minutes. Lewis Cole, I think, is one of the greatest artists of all time. All time. So good. Big fan. Time to grip it, rip it, yeah, and get it all over my laptop. Son of a bitch. Which is a touchscreen, and now my laptop is freaking out because it's got water on it. Uh, right, let's do this. This time when we get to the jungle biome, we are going to switch to going up the left side of the island. I started watching a speedrunner do this, and they were good. It's just I watched how they did it, and basically they just don't need stamina. They figured out a way to climb without it. And they're essentially just bee-hopping their way up the mountain, which is cool. But, I don't know, it kind of takes some of the piss out of it. I want to see someone, like, do it, like, without that glitch, which probably exists in a category. But yeah, oh wait, no, I don't want to eat it. I want to cook it. Wait. Wait. I forgot what I was talking about. Was I talking about anything? Was there just like 3 minutes of silence there? Probably. It's fine. You know what? Fuck it. That's enough stamina. Let's go. I'm bored. I so desperately want to see collabs in this game. You were talking about speedrunners not using stamina, which takes some fun out of it. Yeah! No, what I want to see are, like, glitches. Like, clipping glitches and, like, glitches that just launch you up the mountain. Like, you find some, like, wall hack where you, like, squeeze into one corner, look up in a direction, crouch and jump at the same time, turn your mouse 360 degrees, and all of a sudden you're just, like, physics launched up the mountain. I've also been thinking about more collabs for this game. So the first two collabs that I've wanted to see in this game are Gang Beast collabs, where basically you climb the mountain competitively, and then when you get to the top, you fight your friends, like you do in Gang Beasts. Because it seems like it would fit really well. The other one is, and this is the same with every single game that I've ever played in my life, every game, name a game, and I will tell you how Helldivers will fit into it. And I think Helldivers would be perfect in this. It's team-based. There's lots of dying. Lots of little tools and stuff. It'd be great. You know, and the game is all about cooperation. Both of these games are about cooperation and teamwork. And obviously, Super Earth and democracy. Like, this game is, this, like, Peak is covered in democracy and liberty. What were some of the others that I thought would be a good collab? The guy from 127 Hours should jump in. Pirate's Compass. That'd be treasure. Hey. All right, yeah, I'll take the Pirate's Treasure. Let's do it. I haven't actually fucked with this yet, so let's try it. Oh, Piton. Piton good. Drop. Put you in you, with you. Take light. And throw. Ski Free. You're the one with the Yeti. You have the Yeti chasing you up the mountain and the Scoutmaster hunting you down it. I think that would be really good. No, don't get stuck. What else? What else? Sylvester Stallone, in this game, he did a, I think the movie's called Cliffhanger, and it was one of like the first rock climbing central films, because like there was a huge rock climbing boom in the 70s and 80s, and they made a film about a guy, Cliffhanger, thank you, who some kind of like drug plane flies over a mountain and drops either a bunch of like weed or cocaine or something. And it's about like people struggling to get to that. Maybe, I don't know. I've never seen it. You know what? We might have a watch along to that. We should have a watch along to that. That might be a ton of fun. But yeah, so having Sylvester Stallone in this, just straight up, and like not in uniform, like not where like you can like get a Sylvester Stallone style like clothing, but like you just have a like high render version of him in the game that just sticks out like a sore thumb. I think, you know, Jason Voorhees, also a good one to climb in here. Basically, we just turned this into Dead by Daylight. Why do I have 2 pirate compasses? Okay, they do the same thing. Okay, I think we're getting close. It's up there. I don't know. Anybody else got good collabs for this? What would be a good DLC to add into Peak? Three goblins in a trench coat would be fun. What else do scouts do? A down climb edition would be cool. Where you basically have to down climb, because it's essentially just taking a shit ton of fall damage, right? Oh yes, indeed. Thick milts. Like, no. So these just, I guess this pirate compass just points to the nearest boxes, and I don't really need this. So, Star Wars trying to get to the high ground. What? Oh, do you mean like Rogue One, where they're like climbing at the end? I think. Can't remember. I haven't watched it. I got some opinions about Rogue One that were wrong. I have wrong opinions about Rogue One, or had at least. I watched Rogue One the first time through. Hated it. And I think it was because of the Star Wars fatigue that I had. Now I could go back and watch it anytime. I think it's kind of one of the best out there, in terms of like Star Wars later stuff. No, just a bad joke. Oh, we wanted. Yeah, I got it. You get to the peak and then you get your legs cut off. Brutal, JD. Yeah, let's see what else. What else is a good one? SSX, where you snowboard down it. That'd be fun. God, I have a dream. Like this is the first act. Like if I buy, like if you suddenly hear of a massive buyout from a private investor of EA, it's me. I've won the $1 billion lottery. And the Mega Billions, and have bought out EA for the sole purpose of getting the rights to SSX and remaking that game, the sequel to that game, as it should have been. First things first, I hire a bunch of weird-ass, like, internet musicians to make a soundtrack for that, including licensed songs. We bring back Radio Big. I guess we'll have to rename it. No, because I own EA at this point, so I could just have Radio Big. And then I have a bunch of queer artists make a shit ton of characters for it. And then obviously we have a Helldivers DLC where you can snowboard as a helldiver. But like SSX 3 was a perfect game in every way, and I will play it on stream soon. It is about time where I am getting itchy to play it again. It's the oldest game that I replay constantly, and the appeal of it is the amount of soul that it has. It is a game that like truly knows what it is, and it's not about snowboarding. It's about soul. It's about having style and being style. It's about attitude and how you use it. It's a game with a spirit to it, and I miss that so much. Because every other snowboarding game that's come out that might even be close to it doesn't have that sense of style. Also, damn, the feel of that game was just phenomenal. Oh, my God. Like, it's SSX is a game where you could very easily do a Dead by Daylight and have it fit in better. Because everyone is, like, welcome in that area. You know, you've got your punk rockers, you've got your DJs, you've got your hip-hop people, like, your funk, your soul. It could all fit in. And then they just ruined it. And I try not to dwell on that, but man, they got it wrong. It sucks, but they did. Do I need 3 pitons or a cure-all? The answer is obviously I need to get rid of my bandage and keep my third. Bam. Bam. But yeah, it's a game that could fit a lot of stuff in. And it's a shame that, like, I don't know, it seems like a game that could really appeal to not even like the Tumblr crowd, just the weirdos. Just have a couple weirdos in it. They tried to make it extreme because SSX stands for Super Snowboarding Cross, like motocross. But they tried to make it like super extreme and hardcore. They tried to make it Battlefield, because this was during the time when like every game was either brown or gray, and was all about trying to be Call of Duty or Battlefield or both, and being like gritty and you know, all Zack Snyder and shit. And it sucked, because that's not what SSX is. Bold and brash and colorful and exciting and hopeful and encouraging, and like they turned it into this like, you're gonna die down this mountain, it's too hard, like you're not hard enough for this. It's like, no, encourage me, tell me that I'm gonna do a good job, I'm excited, let me be cool. It was a game that was like supposed to let you be cool. Oh, I'm sorry, that song is beautiful, I love it. It's not, I need to be pumped up right now. Good enough. We'll take it. I want to take that pepper, but we're not gonna. Such a dumb idea not to take the pepper. Take this, bees! Got him. Are they coming after me? No. Okay. Whoa! Shit. Damn it. God, I could go on about SSX being the perfect game. It's like SSX, Red Dead Redemption 2. What's your perfect game? Everybody in chat. What's your absolute most perfect game? I need to know. Despite my feelings about, you know, Minecraft being a mega billion-dollar game now, it is still a perfect game. As evidenced by the fact that just everyone can play it and play it in the way that they want to play it. It's digital Legos. They nailed digital Legos. I'm going to be real upset if this interior doesn't go anywhere. The interior is always such a gamble. I spend most of my time between Sims 4 and Animal Crossing. Not sure if you call them perfect, though. You know what? That's subjective. That's entirely up to you. I'm not one for that type of, like, social management game. Animal Crossing, Sims, Stardew Valley. You know the problem is that Tristan Falcone, on their channel, they gave me anxiety about that game. Because I'd watch them play it, and they would... they would play it and they knew all of the schedules. Like either they had like a spreadsheet up or they were just really good at knowing like who wanted what when. And it gave me anxiety about like playing it because I like had to min-max it right from the start. That's a problem with a lot of games that I see played. I have a huge problem with like games that you're supposed to like do suboptimal runs on first. You know what? I don't want to use up my stamina too much. I got a lot of pitons, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, the pick up and drop game is important for me, like to just have in my arsenal, and currently that's Project Silverfish. Yep, that went nowhere. Like I said, the whoa. Are we getting back up? Yeah, we're not getting back up. Damn it. That happens. But yeah, games like that where you're supposed to have suboptimal runs, a lot of roguelikes, I am not good with, because if I know that there is an optimal thing to be doing, that's what I try and do first. It's the ADHD, like autism, I should be good at this immediately. And that's not a good way to approach. That's not a healthy way to approach anything, ever. And thankfully I'm getting over it. And I've also done my best to like stop looking at metas of games. Like I didn't want to know how that speedrunner was doing the no stamina climb, because that would ruin this game for me, because that's all I would do. And that's not what this game is. That's what speedrunning is. And it's awesome that they found that strat, but yeah, but anyways, hit you in the face. Damn. In the ocean. But yeah. I'd love to play Hades or something like that, but there's a concept where like, you know, you're supposed to eventually get so good at that game that you can smash through all of those levels and do that loop over and over again until you get the ending. But then there's like the idea of like no hit runs, and like that and especially if there is story locked behind a no hit run, I'm out. I am absolutely 100% out. Yeah, it's anxiety inducing for me to be like, oh no, you have to do this thing perfectly, then you get the end of the game. It's like, no, nah, that ain't me. I don't have time for that. I remember I beat Pokemon Red with Charizard exclusively, and mostly I just used Dig. I just plowed through that game with Dig. By the way, that floating orb up there somewhere, like right here, that's just a ball of grass that just keeps randomly spawning up there. I don't know why. Ooh, we are coming up on. Oh, we are at 12 o'clock. Yeah, we'll finish this run and then I'm gonna call it. I got some stuff to do today. One of them is work on the stream. Eventually, once the model is done, which is gonna be something that I work on today. Once that's done and I get everything that I kind of need in order, after the debut of the model, it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to do 3 to 4 hour streams as opposed to just 2. And my stamina for like talking for this long is getting a lot better. I think mostly the thing that I need is to find new games to play, which is tough. For me, at least. Let's go this way. My sister and I will occasionally just text each other with just give it to me 1 time. And then the other one responds, give it to me 2 times. I love this song. I love this band. I want to smoke just a huge cigar and sit down and listen to them. I haven't smoked a cigar in so long. Oh my god, it's been so long. And the thing is that like there's times where I can like tempt myself into maybe buying a cigar and just smoking it. 2 things. 1, they cause I used to smoke a whole lot of hookah, and my migraines got really bad, unsurprisingly, but I didn't connect the 2 because I'm an idiot. And my roommate eventually was like, hey man, do you think your migraines are maybe related to your excessive hookah smoking? And I'm like, no. And then basically every time I looked at my hookah, my head would hurt a little bit. And that's how I realized like, oh, I gotta full stop this, which is weird because I smoked a lot of hookah on my own, like just shisha on my own. Like a bowl every other day, or like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, which is a lot to do on your own. And that's like several packs of cigarettes. And I just did it because I just wanted to. It's just nice. It didn't like the nicotine didn't do anything for me. I just like the flavor and stuff. But eventually I started looking at my hookah and get a headache. And the same thing happened to cigars, where like the moment I'd start looking at them or even thinking about them, I'd get a headache. Like I have one right now. Like, and it'll go away. Like it's not actual migraine, but that'll go away. But it's enough to just keep me, and like it's not a bad thing by any means to have that reaction to something that is expensive and detrimental to my health. So I'm grateful for it. That being said, I do miss it sometimes. I remember a long, like this is when pasta was like just like ziti, like tiny. What's the really tiny pasta? I need to look that up. Sorry, give me a second. I'm gonna look up what that tiny pasta is. Ditalini? No, not Ditalini. Pastina. Barrio. I'm thinking of something specific. Rizzoni. I mean, they basically all end in E. This is top quality content here, folks. Not gnocchi. Not. I'll find it later. Oh no. Cancel. Yeah, if you all know which one I'm thinking of, please let me know. But anyways, so yeah, when I was a baby pasta, I was riding in the car with my mom, and I look out the right side of the window, and I see a guy smoking, like a cigarette. And I say, hey, Mom, can you roll down the window? And my mom's like, sure, yeah. And she rolls down the window, and she knew I wanted to say, like, hi to him or something. But she rolled down the window, and I said to the guy, hey, smoking is really bad for you. And this hero, this absolute mensch, this true man went, you know what? You're right. And he flicked the cigarette into the bottom of his truck and stomped it out. And I'm almost certain that he lit another cigarette the moment we drove off. But what he did was demonstrate to me that, like, oh, I can, like, he got a cheaper cigar because we had just lit it. But I was like, this is too important not to do again. You know what, man? If he quit, if not, at least, I don't know. I'm happy for that guy, wherever he is. I hope he's doing well. But yeah, I got to do the same thing, and it was great. But yeah, now I don't smoke at all. Also, did you know that your doctors can, like, I told a doctor a long time ago that I did smoke cigars a little bit, and they put it on my chart. And I, like, 2 years ago, I asked my doctor, like, hey, can you take that off? I don't smoke. I didn't smoke a lot back then. I don't think it's an important part of my history, and I'm worried that, like, my insurance is going to go up because of it. And they're like, yep, and they changed it. I was like, thank you. It was great. Great news. Top notch. Listening to all my friends with, like, chronic health issues, I've been real lucky with the doctors that I've gotten. But yeah, basically any time that a kid does something like that to me, I'm just like, you're right. All right. Even if they're wrong, I'm just like, you know what? You're right. It's fine. Ugh. Yeah, my understanding is bad. It's like a bad line of credit. Wait 7 years or so, and it'll just get cleared off. Yeah. I'm telling you, this tiny pasta thing is going to drive me nuts. Yeah, let me take a crack at one more image. It's not a Chini. Orzo. Fuck's sake, Orzo. Yeah. Orzo is what I was thinking. Yeah, when I was just a little Orzo. I've never actually had it. And actually, like, make pasta with that. And then we'll make a bunch of different types of pasta and different pasta recipes. Have some fun with it, I used to do HelloFresh, and we just kept all the recipes and buy the supplies. One of them was tasty Orzo sausage, spinach, and cheese dish. Yeah. Yeah. I get complex feelings about HelloFresh, but for the most part, it is what it is. I don't think they're doing anything wrong. And it's good to just get people cooking. Like, take the shitty, hard part out of it for people. Like, I like, if my goal is specifically to go to a grocery store and get something for a recipe, I actually like shopping. I like grocery shopping. Really, the only thing I don't like doing is cleaning. Oh, Christian, Muslim, did Jezebel in? I wonder if this works. It doesn't work! Be gone, demons! Taking your fucking honeycomb, bastards. Your honeycomb is delicious. Fuck you. Start this thing, and while it's heating, chop these. Yeah, and okay. You have touched on one of the most difficult aspects of cooking. which is order of operations. When do you start something? When do you finish it? And when that thing finishes, is the other thing that you have done finishing at the same time? Bringing everything into the very end is the hardest part, I think. How long does this thing take to boil until it's complete? How long does this thing take to fry until it's complete? Will this thing, like, be cold by the time you're done with this? Is that okay? Can you reheat that thing with the heat of the other thing that you're cooking? Like, that part is hard. And that's why we have chefs who, like, that's why you hire a chef to do chef shit in your restaurant.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within?
Listen to Lauryn Hill, y'all. Gotta be right with yourself. And some men just want that thing. I'm trying to remember. I think another thing that I'm really going to try and do is one, healthier foods. Like, I really want to learn how to make a kick-ass salad. And that means, like, and I'm talking, like, from scratch salad. Dressing, you know, all that stuff. Like, you know, obviously the assembly of a salad is easy. All right, we're wasting both these pitons. Let's do it. Set the piton. Hold the piton. By the way, this is what I'm talking about by not wanting to go back. Like, wasting both of these pitons just so I can climb this sheer cliff is a bad idea. And it's probably going to end in my demise. But, like, going back down, I don't like the idea of doing it. It would be easier to go back down and find another route up. And I'd love to go over here, but I think that this is the edge of the map. Might not be, though. So it looks kind of clear. Oh, that might be the play. As soon as this rain goes. Yeah, the recipe that I really want to do, that I always forget the name of, is like the classic OG pasta dish. It's the one that, like, shepherds used to make in the fields. Oh, shit. Boop. How did I not get hurt? Damn.
Oh, God's blessings.
Are we gonna make it? Nope. Ah! Look at me. Oh, recipes.com, I love you. I'm eventually going to memorize this dish. All right. All right, so get to that piton up there, this one up here. And then basically, like, lunge left, rest, keep climbing up. And I think that'll get us there. Come on, come on, come on, come on! All right, we gotta go back down. This ain't working. Fuck. I don't know how close the fog is. Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? It's just sheer. Like, that's frustrating. Hip, boop. Nope, go back up. Yaha. No, but I don't want the fog to rise. One of the sexiest songs ever made, Running Away by Wolfpack. In time, think about her. Yo. Okay, so new subject. Moving on. Sinners. The movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise. One of the most important movies made in the past 10, 15 years. Hands down. Everyone needs to see Sinners. Everyone. Like, if you are not a fan of like vampire horror, and I'm like talking OG classic vampire horror, then skip it. But other than that, everyone's got to see it. Because a lot of the theming is about the line that you can draw between your ancestors and you, especially through the medium of music. My buddy and I, two incredibly pasty white boys, would do this game where we would try and look back at like the genres of music that we liked. Rock, hip hop, techno, you know, all of this shit. Like we'd look back and we'd see how long it took until we could find out that, oh, a black person invented this genre. And gotta tell you, never took long. For those who don't know, Sinners is a movie starring Michael B. Jordan and directed by Ryan Coogler, I think. Is that the name? Black director, almost entirely black cast, other than the Klansmen. They're white. But like there is a scene that like I just my mouth was agape. I could not believe like the utter beauty of this scene where they just drew a direct line between every genre from music that was, you know, born in Africa and brought here to the United States, and then music that was invented by black people, you know, to the modern era. Like you can draw a line from music in Africa to hip hop today, blues, jazz, rock, just a lot of it. Even like sea shanties, there's a lot of evidence out there to support that, like the concept of a sea shanty was made by sailors that originated from Africa. Like, so like just, and it's just, it's utter beauty at the core of it, surrounded by, you know, the perfect metaphor for white appropriation, which is vampirism. And it's about gatekeeping your joy, gatekeeping your art, and not letting the wrong people in. And like, thankfully with vampires, they have this built-in mechanism of they have to be invited in. And again, without without spoilers, they do a great job of leveraging that like vampiric nature. But so much of it is also like, especially the beginning half of the film is about black joy and what black people did and do despite the hate, despite the shortcomings of society, and their attitudes towards them. And the music in it is just like it recharged my soul. Like I just felt better afterwards. And as somebody who grew up in St. Louis and has like St. Louis has got a huge history of blues. We named our fucking hockey team after blues. You know, the Blues Festival is no joke in St. Louis, or at least it wasn't. I haven't been back in a while, but nor am I anyone to judge the quality of blues and jazz. Again, I'm white. But and then on the flip side, like you watch Sinners. If you want to watch Sinners as just a vampire movie, it fucking rules. Like they nailed that part too. Like it's good action, good vampire lore. The villain is incredible, and there's a scene where Cha, my friend who was watching it, she had a moment of realization about the Fae, and like how the Fae charm, why it's so dangerous. Because you think that you're immune to like saying, like you know not to accept food from them, you know not to like go towards them and like try not to interact with them as best you can. But the problem with people who are charming is that they make you forget that. And like, you know, white people will come to you with messages of peace and love with a knife behind their back, all the time. And maybe they can play music. Maybe they have some music of their own from their own culture. And maybe it sounds pretty good. You can't trust them off the bat. You can't trust them based off of that stuff. And it's like it's the not all men sort of thing, where it's like, okay, you're in a room full of loaded guns, or you're in a room full of guns. None of them are loaded except one. You don't know which one. So what do? You don't trust any of them. Or you take the time to unload all of them until you find the one with the bullet in it. And then you keep going, because you don't know if the rest of them don't have bullets in them. And that's exhausting. Like, the idea that you can't trust this person, like, right off the bat, it's got to be fucking exhausting. But you have to do it. It's just good. Oh, so good. So good. I think we're in a bit of trouble, because I don't know where to go from here. And we're getting kind of skunked on materials. The other film that I watched, we watched this back to back, is Warfare, which is a retelling, a guy who served in Iraq in 2006. Okay, this lollipop is actually going to save us. Who's in the Iraq War in 2006. It's one of the kind of best war films I've seen in a while, in that there's not a whole lot of like propaganda and like chest beating about how awesome America is. It's just, hey, I was here at this time doing this thing. Here's what happened. That's it. And it's not good. And it also shows like the best instance of soldiers being scared boys, like these 18 to 20 somethings in a situation that no human being should be in, and them just trying to deal with it and being scared. And some of them are being scared by being scared. Some of them are being scared by, or show that they're being scared by being silent. Some of them show it by being active. Like, the length and breadth of how humanity deals with fear is shown in this film. And like, my favorite one is the bravado. The one where the bravado one is where a guy like rolls into this place that they've been holed up in, Because they're behind enemy lines and they're scared, and they're waiting for backup to come, and backup eventually does come, in the form of this fucking, like, this guy comes in, he's like, let's do this, let's go, and, you know, there's two guys on the ground, their legs don't work, or are just basically non-existent at this point, and they're like, we can't just roll, man, like, we've got to deal with this, and this bravado guy accidentally kicks a guy whose legs are, like, he kicks his legs, which are bad. And this bravado, this, like, idea that you can just out-tough the situation you're in, hurts people badly. But it's a very good example of, like, it's just, here's what happened. I don't have a whole lot of opinions on it. Like, it's not examining why they're there. It's just telling what they did when they were there. That is to say, any movie like that from that perspective is going to have, you know, bias and stuff, but they didn't really shy away from, like, how pissed the people whose house they were in were. Like, you know, we call that a Fourth Amendment violation, but they just roll in, sit in this house while this operation happens, keep these people in their bedroom. You know, we occupy their house, these soldiers do, and, you know, they're pissed. They're pissed about it, because then all of a sudden these American soldiers are attracting fire from their neighbors. And I am going to spoil the end of this film, because the end of Warfare is where the soldiers all get away, everyone lives, or all the American soldiers live, all the people in the house live. But at the end of the film, these tanks roll away with all the soldiers in it, and it just holds on this empty street. And then these Iraqi soldiers or these fighters were, because I don't know if they were an organized, like, actual militia, or if they were just, well, I guess they were militia, because they were, you know, a group of guys. They just walk back out onto the street. Like, just casually. Like, just, and it's quiet. It's calm. And it's just like, it just reminds me of, like, you know, all the other wars that we fought where, like, we did so much damage, and then we just had to leave. And all those soldiers and all those people just looked around and went, okay, well, they're gone. I guess back to our lives. Oh, and there's no music. There's the opening song is Call on Me. It's the soldiers, like, dancing to Call on Me by Eric Prides. And then it's no music for the rest of the film. There's no, like, big orchestral swells, and there's no, like, you know, heroic moments of, like, we gotta go and do this, brah! It's just like, okay, what's the next thing? And there are heroics. There are guys who run out into fire to get their buddies back in, but it's not accompanied by this massive orchestral swell. There's no villain that gets, like, the evil sting. It just is. And I think it's wonderfully shot and wonderfully done. And it was made for the guy who got his legs blown off, basically, because he doesn't remember any of it. He basically remembers, like, getting, you know, being in the operation, and then this IED going off, and then he just doesn't remember anything else but, like, pain. And so his buddies made this film essentially to just tell him what happened, which I think is kind of a fantastic reason to make a movie, because I'd want to know. But yeah, good film. If you're in the mood for a war movie, I would highly recommend Warfare. I think I remember seeing the trailer for that. Gave my friend the heads up. I don't remember what movie it was shown before. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's also one that you want to warn your friends about if they have any kind of PTSD. Just let them know that it's not. I mean, they'll know. They'll know right away that it's going to be a movie about, you know, service. Yeah, I watched that, and then I watched Sinners. And just, like, I'm not ever going to compare those two movies. It's absolutely apples and oranges. We actually going to make it past the Jungle Bio? Did we do it? Yeah, then we went to Sinners. I was just like, oh my God. Oh, also in Sinners, and this isn't a spoiler, but it does all. I miss dual wielding in movies. I miss when people would pull out two guns as if it was going to be super effective and just start shooting. And they do that in the film, and I just squealed. I just love it. I love dual wielding. It's such nonsense. Like, because you think, like, oh, yeah, 2 guns, more bullets. This is better. But, like, you're just so inaccurate. You can't keep track of where your bullets are going. Like, the recoil's all fucked. But it just looks so goddamn cool. I gotta find the example of where they do that in Battlestar Galactica. Starbuck and the other captain guy, I can't remember what his name is, are assaulting their way through a ship against other humans. And the captain guy takes out, like, just something that looks like a grenade but isn't, and tosses it down a hallway at a bunch of humans and screams, "Grenade!" And they panic and run. And then they both turn around the corner, and Starbuck takes the 2 guns in her hands, crosses her arms over each other in an X, and holds the gun sideways and just starts blasting. It's the most nonsensical thing ever, and it was so cool I couldn't help but cheer. That's another series I can never go back to, because I just want it for the memories that I have now, because I know if I go back to it, it's not going to be as good. Do we have any more food here? Yes, we do. Hot dog. Yeah, that was 2 very good films back to back. And it sucks because Warfare is directed by Eric Garland, who I'm a big fan of for various reasons. He made Civil War, which I'm never going to watch. I kind of know what that film is already, and I just don't want to. I don't want to. I guess while we're on the subject of movies, 28 Years Later is coming out, and everyone needs to shut up about it being like 28 days, weeks, and years later. Get it. It's a weird way to name movies, but it works. And I don't give a shit about people who didn't like 28 Weeks Later. They can shut up. Yeah. Okay, maybe the intro of the film for 28 Weeks Later was dumb, and somehow Infected got in the back. Like, behind enemy lines. It's weird, right? But, like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's a great film. 28 Days Later was a masterpiece. And I cannot wait for whatever the fuck 28 Years Later is. What else did I see in theaters? Superman. Superman fucking ruled. The idea that punk rock is being kind to other people. That's the real punk rock. That hit me so hard. That just being the thesis. Also, the thesis of Sinners being laid out plain with one of the characters, because Michael B. Jordan plays twins. And it's done really well, by the way. The whole thesis of the film is Michael B. Jordan turns to, like, the security guard that they hired for this juke joint, and he just says, pointing at one of the white people, "Don't let him in." That's it. That's the thesis right there of the whole thing. But yeah, the thesis of Superman being, hey, maybe being kind is the real punk rock. Maybe empathy and understanding are what it is. And the idea, because everyone bothers Superman about why he stepped in during that, like, I can't remember the name of the country, where it was essentially Israel and Palestine, but with different names. And Superman steps in and, like, stops Israel from invading. And Lois is giving him an interview about it. 2 hours off from Barovia, yeah. Cracovia, and I think it was with a K, I can't remember. And ow, 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 ow. Stop it! Out of the wind. No. But yeah, she's interviewing him and kind of grilling him in a way that he's never been grilled before. Like, he thought he was ready for a proper interview, and he wasn't. And Lois is talking about, like, the delicate political situation there. And he just outbursts and says, people were going to die. Like, fuck the politics. People were about to die. And I had to do something, or they would have. It would have been my responsibility. That would have been my fault had they died. And he's right. Like, he's got the power to stop those sort of things. He can go immediately to the top. He can go from a battlefield to the highest of higher ups and say, stop. And anyone else with that power would be dangerous. But Superman is here for us as a whole. And we may not like it all the time. But he's going to do his level best to do good. And if that means stopping a war, even though it's going to upset some people and come feel their shares, so be it. Beautiful sentiment. And him outbursting, be like, people are going to die. That's the end of the conversation here. Like, tell me how that's less important than the delicate politics. You don't have a leg to stand on there. I also like, and this is not a spoiler, this is the very beginning of the film. It's great to start off a Superman film with Superman getting having the dog shit kicked out of him. And then having his dog kick the dog shit out of him even more. Because it sets the tone for, like, okay, Superman can be vulnerable in this. And there's also a little bit of joy and fun here. Like, this is not going to be sad. You're not going to be depressed like you are with the other Superman films, which are bad. Sorry, they just are not good films. Hate it. And this is coming from somebody whose favorite film, like one of like my top 5 favorite films, is Dawn of the Dead by Zack Snyder. Like, Zack Snyder directed one of my favorite films of all time. He's got to stop. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. I was about to release a very major spoiler for Superman, but I'm not gonna. And I saw that with my dad too. I got to hang out with my dad for a while. And he's not a man who really likes a whole lot of films. It takes a certain amount. And when we left the theater, he was like, that was okay. And then, I don't know if it was like my enthusiasm for how great it was, or maybe he just had time to think about it afterward, but he's like, you know what, actually, that was really good. And I'm like, cool, all right. I can't remember what movie, because my dad's not my dad is a man of conviction, but he's not a man of strong opinions. Like, he's not hype like me and my mom are, because I got this, like, hyperbolic, very verbose nature from my mom. But my dad is a man of conviction. But it's rare for him to, like, have these outright judgments of, you know, stuff like this. So when he said outright that movie was shit, I can't remember what movie it was we were talking about, but, like, all of us were stunned. He was right, but we were all stunned that came out of his mouth. Yeah, very calm man, my dad, which is weird coming from me. But it's hard to not draw, like, a direct mathematical comparison between my mom and my dad and me, or my sister. And, you know, if anyone ever says, hey, you're becoming your mom or becoming your dad, I wouldn't mind it so much. There are worse people to be. This is the run, guys. This is the run. Truly just the I'm 2 weeks away from retirement. Oh, I can't wait to get married. Oh, my wife is pregnant. Like, those lines right there. And then you've got the idiot streamer who's like, no, this is the run. Sniper bullet immediately. Just dead. This is a game that I wish I liked. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I wish I was into it. It's a phenomenal game. It's really good. I just couldn't get into it, but I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I bought it so I could support them to make another one, because it's just, oh, it's awesome. It's a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio or Jet Set Future, and it's the more of that in the world, the better. Food is about to be a problem. Do I have food? I have a lunchbox. Could be a very bad idea to use this lunchbox right now. Very bad idea. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was slightly better. One more. Do it. Ah! Shit. Okay. Well, okay. That's fine. We can deal with that. Ooh, tricky. Trixie, Trixie. Oh, not Trixie at all. Never mind. We're good. I've not been looking at YouTube chat. Dad, it's Schindler's List. No, my father did not say that that movie sucked to Schindler's List. Sorry, YouTube chat. I have not been paying attention to you. And by YouTube chat, I mean air. Thank you for giving me a reason to look over at YouTube chat, because right now I got nothing. Eventually, I'm going to start making YouTube Shorts, which should bring in the views. But for now, yeah, I gotta keep looking over here and paying attention to the redheaded stepchild. Actually, we're not the redheaded step. Like, YouTube and Twitch are not the redheaded stepchild. Kick is. If y'all haven't heard of Kick as a streaming platform, of course you haven't. No one has, except for like other streamers and people who are fans of the streamers that got good contracts. Oh, I want to cancel. Good contracts to stream on. Think that'll do it. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah, Kick is a streaming platform that like has, it's better theoretically for the streamer. The revenue share is a lot better, but like the views are lesser and their reputation right now is bad. Mostly because when you make a platform that is the alternate to another already existing extremely popular platform, and that platform kind of dominates the industry, all you're going to get are the dregs of the platform that was rejected by that other platform. So like Kick got the psycho racists and the people who Twitch kicked off of their platform. And so basically it developed that like, because Kick I think also did the whole like, we're for free speech and blah, 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 for a while. And they're working to clean that reputation up, but I mean that's hard dirt to clean off. So yeah, Kick is the redheaded stepchild, but it does I think a 90-10 share of profits. Twitch typically does 50% unless you have like specific contracts with them. And by the way, these are statistics that I've heard from other VTubers, so please take this with a grain of sand. I haven't done my own research on it. But yeah, I only just heard of Kick because the streaming programs that I've been using are can connect to it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I assumed that it was some like, you know, streaming platform like in China or some other foreign country that I've never heard of, and it's like the main one there. But nope. Can I get that without really fucking myself? Nope, I don't like that. We're leaving. Whatever's in that box is going to stay in that box. So I borrowed her head of lettuce. The streamers I watch are on there also. Yeah. Do you watch On Kick? Because if you do, I'd love your opinion on it. Giga, the streamer that I've been kind of following in terms of like just the raw, gritty, like background stuff of being a VTuber, like she's got such great industry insight. I think mostly because she used to work in a different type of tech sector, so she knows the insides and outs of like how like tech guys think. So she's got some good insight into that stuff. But then she also does a lot of her own stuff in terms of like streaming and programs and stuff. But yeah, she talked about Kick a little bit and how like the reputation is shit, but the revenue share is better. I don't know. It sucks that like I don't want to root for Twitch or YouTube. I would rather just stream on Twitch. That would be beautiful. But the idea that like Twitch being the only streaming platform is not good. That's not a good one. You don't want that. Unfortunately, in the society that we live in, the competition is good for blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. What happened? This is the mashup of all time. Jump back. Yeah, but Moonbeam looks pretty. I can't speak to how the monetization... I'm sorry, what is... A few people I used to watch went to Kick, and I do not follow them. They are all back on Twitch now, yeah. But Moonbeam looks pretty cool, though. What's Moonbeam? Is that another streaming platform? And I was just a baby. My mama told me, son. Also, if you think for some reason that Johnny Cash and Eazy-E are not compatible, you're nuts. You're nuts! You're insane. They're a perfect match. God, I would have loved to see them live in concert. Like, just together. It's fucking cool. Not that they ever would have, but... Well, I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe if they heard this mashup and they're like, hey, shit, this actually works. Like a G-Sta, an old G-Sta. Holy shit! Whoops! Oh man, I almost fucked myself there. No punk fools paying me. No groupies and goochies don't faze me. Get back and release myself. Can we cook an egg? Can we cook an egg? Can we cook an egg like this? It is another streaming platform. Okay. You can cook an egg. That's great. Okay, good news. It's a little extra stamina for us. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. 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 Nope. Time to go. Time to go. Wrong side. The Compton streets. It's got community hubs, so it's got an offline chat forum section as well as streaming video. So some people were hoping to use it as a replacement for both Discord and Twitch and YouTube. Is it... How old is it? Basically what I'm asking is, should I look into it? Maybe a year? Okay. I'm wondering if Giga talked about it, because if she did, she's got opinions on it. I want to know them. But yeah, I'll check them out. Because I'd love a, you know, as much as I dislike multi-streaming because it's just harder, I wouldn't mind streaming to another platform. Like, more platforms, more better. I'm just not streaming to Facebook fucking ever. I'm not streaming to Twitter fucking ever. Also, correct me and tell me that it's actually X now and you get banned. Straight up. It's not. I don't give a shit. I'm not calling it that stupid name. But yeah, I'm not. It's Twitch, YouTube, and then if there's another new one that is trying something different, I'm in. I don't have a Facebook. I'm never gonna have a Facebook. Instagram is out. Not a fucking chance. TikTok is one of them. I'm not gonna stream to TikTok, but I am gonna start doing TikToks, just based off of like clips. Because if you make a YouTube short, you might as well just throw those on TikTok as well. Flamboyant, but just bust that ham in the frying pan. Lights ham. General Electric and the lights are blinking. I'm thinking it's all over when I go out drinking. Oh, making my mind slow. Oh! I'm good. Everything's fine. Those noises that I made were for comedy and not a real noise that I would ever make in real life. Huh! Oh, fuck! That was so dumb. Why did I do that? No, I almost had the fairy lantern on. Damn it! No! Man, I thought I could make that jump to that chain. That would have been clutch. That was dumb. That was so dumb. Why did I do that? I did it because it was fucking awesome. That's why. If anybody needed to comment on it, I think, shut up. All right. That was 3 hours of streaming. It was supposed to be 2. I think I'm done for the day. Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Possibility, but you can call me Pasta. And that's my outro. Goodbye.